Hi everyone, welcome to NSX 4.x training. In this course, we will learn VMware NSX 4.x step by step, starting from the basics. We will see how to install, configure, and manage NSX with focus on real-time enterprise use cases. This training will help you move from traditional networking concepts to modern NSX-based networking with practical examples and hands-on demos. So before we start, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Muthu and I'll be your trainer for this VMware NSX 4.x training. I have around 20 years of experience in IT and 16 years of working experience in VMware technologies. I started my VMware journey from vSphere 3.x and I worked on in almost all major versions up to VMware Cloud Foundation 9. I have a real-time experience on vSphere, vSAN, NSX, and VMware ARIA components. I also worked with SRM, VxRail, HP Synergy, Nutanix, Cisco UCS, and Dell PowerFlex. I also have some experience on Cisco ISC as well. So all this experience, I gathered using a real-time customer environments. Okay. So here in this training, I'm going to use the real-time customer-oriented scenarios for NSX. I won't just explain theory of the complete NSX. So I'll try to show how things works in real-time projects and how we configure NSX and how we troubleshoot issues that come in production. So my goal here is to make you comfortable with NSX even if you are coming from a traditional networking background. Let's start and learn step by step in this training. Before we move ahead, I would like to share a few simple guidelines just to make sure the training goes smoothly for everyone. While I'm explaining a topic, I kindly request you not to interrupt in between. Please allow me to complete the explanation as many doubts usually get clarified during the end of the session. You are always almost welcome to ask questions. We have a planned dedicated doubt clarification time which is mentioned in the slides itself, and we also use the last 10 minutes of every session for clearing doubts. If any questions comes to your mind during the explanation, you can please type it in the Zoom chat. I will definitely take it up and address it at the end of the session. This will help us maintain a good flow and ensure everyone understands the concept clearly. So thank you so much for your cooperation. Now let's continue with the training step by step. Now let me walk you through the training journey. So you know what we are going to cover in this course. This is a beginner to expert level NSX 4.x training planned for around 2 months with the hands-on demos in every major topic. We start with the foundation beginner level. Here we will first align everyone on basic networking concepts like switching, routing, what is VLAN, then virtual distributed switch, maximum transmission unit, NTP, and DNS. We also revise ESXi and vCenter basics, so even if you are new to NSX, you won't feel lost. Then I will slowly introduce NSX Manager, then transport zones, host and edge steps, and genuine overlay concepts used in NSX. Next comes the NSX core architecture. In this section, we go a little deeper into how NSX works internally because understanding the complete architecture is very important, right? From production support perspective. We'll understand NSX manager, transport zone, then TEP architecture, and how overlay network is built in real-time production support. After that, we move into logical networking, layer 2 and layer 3. Here we will work with segments, overlay, and VLAN backed segments. Then we'll configure tier 1 gateways, understand ECMP and active standby. Then we'll deploy NSX edge nodes, and also we're going to explore north-south and east-west traffic flow in NSX. We'll also cover border gateway protocol integration with physical routers from production support perspective, like how from NSX, how a router from NSX is going to connect with my physical router, which is very important in real-time support. Then we go into edge and routing with some real-world scenarios. This includes NAT. Here we are going to cover both source NAT and destination NAT. Then we are going to discuss about load balancing and VPN concepts like IPsec and L2 VPN. These are commonly used in production, so we'll focus on based on some practical scenarios. Next is security. Here we'll cover distributed firewall, gateway firewall, and security features like intrusion detection prevention and intrusion detection system. This section is very important for micro-segmentation and zero trust use cases. Finally, we move into operations and troubleshooting at expert level. This is where really you are going to gain some confidence. We'll troubleshoot BGP and routing issues. Then we're going to discuss about some tunnel problems. Then how we are going to use the trace flow and packet capture here in NSX. Now we are going to finally we'll be working on the logs part, then working with command line interface and understand API based commands at a basic level. Then by end of this journey, you won't just know NSX commands or user interface. You'll understand how NSX works in real-time production support and how you're going to support and troubleshoot it confidently. This is the overall agenda of this course for NSX training program from beginner to expert. NSX training prerequisites. So this shows the foundation you need before starting NSX 4.x training. At the base, you see basic IT and OS knowledge, right? You should be comfortable working with servers, operating system, and basic administration concepts from the infrastructure perspective. On top of that, we should have some VMware fundamentals knowledge. You should understand ESXi, vCenter, virtual machine cluster, and the basic virtual networking. You don't need expertise, hands-on or familiarity is enough. Next layer is networking basics. This includes the knowledge about IP addressing, different classes of IP addressing, subnetting, then about VLAN and how traffic flows in a network. About that, you see OSI model, right? Understanding is, see, from OSI model, especially layer 2 and layer 3 understanding is very important. So here NSX works heavily around switching and routing. So knowing the difference between L2 and L3 from OSI layer perspective is very important. Then comes the basic routing knowledge. You should know what routing is, what a default gateway does, and the idea of static and dynamic routing at a high level. Okay. Finally, some basic knowledge about firewall and security concept, which help you a lot in NSX, because in NSX we have like many security concepts which needs to be discussed. So some basic knowledge about firewall and security will help us. Then next, in that same firewall, you should understand about allow and deny rules will mark NSX security topics, okay, which is much easier to learn. All of this together form the foundation. Once this foundation is in place, NSX 4.x become much easier to learn and understand. And don't worry, during the training, we will refresh this concept wherever required if you don't have enough knowledge on it.